Cookie Monster love cookie. But if there's one thing better than Cookie Monster love graphs. So I'm here to help you with your graphs, and we use various different graphing softwares. I'm not even going to get too much into the details. This is graphical analysis, which seems to be the thing that we'll be using for the next while, but it'll always be something different as technology changes. The data table here I copied right out of my I just copied the numbers out of my table in my document and slapped them in there. In this particular software, you need to click on the header up here, the three little dots. My picture's in the way, I can't get it out of the way right now. In order to change the header on that table, and then that will make it so that it matches what's on the graph down here. So I made the X variable SALT concentration. And you notice how I labeled it with the name, the symbol, and the unit. I got those, the same name, symbol, and unit that were in my data table. The low temperature, T, measured in Fahrenheit degrees, just from my data table. You should make sure that your graph has got a title. You do that in this particular software. Almost everything happens by clicking on this button. So you're going to go graph options. Inside graph options, one of the things about graphs that we want is we want points. We almost never want lines. Sometimes if we make a bar graph, bars would be all right. And we also want the X and the Y axis to always start from 0, unless you've got a really good reason why it shouldn't start from 0. So you'll notice this bottom corner is 0, 0. This particular graph looks like it's got kind of a curve to it, so I'm not going to put a line of best fit on it. If it was straight, I would, and I'd want to know the equation for that line. Let's go back to the lab report here and look at an example. So here is this graph inserted into this document right here. You can see that the corner is 0, 0. I've got excellent axis labels with name, symbol, and unit. There is a title, which is always the dependent variable versus the independent variable, low temperature versus salt concentration. If I had an equation for the line, I would rewrite that equation right here, but it's not linear, so we have no equation in this particular example. Make sure that you take time to check those labels, the titles, the corner is 0, 0 on your graph every time, and you will have a great graph for your report.